Accra.
Good afternoon, Ghana. It's 12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. It's also live on all affiliates across the country and around the world. We are live on citinewsroom.com. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Coming up, Second Member of Parliament threatens to seek legal action against members of the opposition NPP, accusing him of being behind the $350 million worth of cocaine intercepted in the Western region last month.
The risk is targeting at the one that made the statement, allegations, and then the platform that she was given, and then the producer of that platform. So that is Metro TV and their producer, and then MPP communicator who made those allegations.
Also coming up, transport company Kitech yet to carry out an order by President Mahama to stop illegal land filling at the Waja Ramsar site a week after the directive.
We have to enforce the law. It's as simple as that. We only have to enforce the law. I mean, this is a directive from the president, so we'll enforce the law.
Still ahead, Assembly members in Kumasi approved President Mahama's nomination for the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly.
We thank the Honorable Assembly members for such an emphatic confirmation.
And later, a family of 16-year-old shot in the eye by her colleague student of the Seventh-day Adventist Senior High School in Bantama appeals for financial assistance to save their daughter from going completely blind. All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is live on all affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. Western Region Beach FM 105.5, Sky Power FM 93.5, both in Takrady. Bono Region J Life 95.5 in Sunyain. Ashanti Region Focus FM 94.3 in Kumasi. Orange FM 107.9 also in Kumasi. Volta Region, this is Revival FM 99.3 in Tajau. Northern Region Radio Bimbala 91.9 in Bimbala. Upper East Tanga FM 93.7 in Bolgatanga. Upper West we are live on Tunsong FM 97.3 in Wa and Jirapa FM 96.1 in Jirapa.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Grateful for your company. Now, transport company Kitech has yet to comply with President's directive to reverse the illegal land filling at the Waja Ramsar site. During a recent tour of flood-prone areas in Accra, the President ordered the company to undo the reclamation of its own at its own cost to allow for smooth dredging operations ahead of the rainy season. However, an inspection by the Greater Accra Regional Security Council has revealed that the directive remains unfulfilled. Here is Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklu speaking to the media.
We came here and His Excellency told them that they should do two things. They should scoop off all the materials that they used to fill this place, and they also dredge the place at their own cost. We sent letters to them only for us today to come here and see what we are seeing. So we'll go back, remobilize, and come back with our own machines to do whatever we want. Down here, and we all saw what is happening. So what I have to do, like you said, they have the machines. I mean, you can see from the yard. There are a lot of machines there. I mean, releasing the machines shouldn't be a problem for them. So it looks as if it's intentional. It's something that they intentionally did. And I don't know whoever is compromising with them. But for the assembly, the entire assembly, to overlook, I mean, sending them messages, they are aware that today the exercise is starting, only for us to come and meet what we just met. So, my dear, we'll go back and come back to do whatever we want.
What happens to the company if they refuse to go by the president?
I mean, we have to enforce the law. It's as simple as that. We only have to enforce the law. I mean, this is a directive from the president, so we'll enforce the law.
You heard the Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Okulu. Let's go on the phone lines and speak to my colleague Charles Osukumi, who is currently with the Greater Accra Regional Security Council on its tour of some flood-prone areas here in Accra. Charles, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for your time. Were there any particular reasons by the transport company for their inability to obey the directive by the president?
Well, Howard, they are telling us that the letter that came to them ordering them to undo what has been done came a bit too late. They tell us they received the letter 2 days. They received the letter 2 days ago, and they are still trying to mobilize enough equipment to go ahead and do what the president has ordered. We just saw one equipment, earth-moving equipment over there. There's one bulldozer on site. They told us that they were just trying to dredge from the Malam interchange coming up to where they had filled the land. But the minister was not impressed. Exactly what the president asked them to do was to undo the filling, and these people had filled a huge landmass area just behind their company, and the president ordered that they should just scoop out the materials that they used to fill the land, and then they can go ahead and do the dredge. So the minister was not impressed by the explanations, but she said we are now going to go back and remobilize themselves and come and do the scooping and dredging as now coordinating council. But the question that we kept asking was, this is an order from the president. The company has blatantly refused to carry out these orders. Why was the minister not enforcing these orders by the president, but wants to take the responsibility on the assembly? Now, just nearby this Kaite company is also a dump site, illegal dump site, which, I mean, how you go there, you see heaps of refuse blocking waterways, and the Weja Municipal Assembly coordinating director told us that they don't know who is in charge of the place, but they have secured a court order for them to close it down. And so the minister kept asking, so if you don't know who is in charge, how then did you even serve the court order on these people? But he says that they are waiting for them in court, and then they will close the place down. But the minister was explicit. He said that place should be closed down immediately. So hopefully in the next few days, we'll be following up to see if that dump site is closed down. We're currently at the Dansuman. If you can hear some of the sounds from the background, where the Dansuman Ramsar site, where a bulldozer is currently pulling down a wall that has been erected here. The kind of reclamation that has gone on here, it's just amazing. It's gone all the way, vast areas, but some walls are now being took down by the team that's here and being led by the regional minister today.
Charles, very well, grateful for your time. Now, do we know when exactly the regional minister would return to the Weja Ramsar site to carry out the order as being given by the president due to the failure of the company to do that on their own?
Well, we asked for timelines. She said she won't give any timelines as of yet, but she's going back to the ministry and then to consult with her officers, and then they will return and carry out the orders of the president by the ministry themselves, and not depend on this construction company, transport company, high-tech. Yeah.
Grateful for your time. That was my colleague Charles Owusu-Kumi, who is currently with the Greater Accra Regional Minister, touring some flood areas here in Accra. Now, the Member of Parliament for Sekondi, Ble Nyamike Ama, has announced plans to take legal action against members of the New Patriotic Party who have linked him to a $350 million cocaine case. On Tuesday, March 4, 2025, the National Intelligence Bureau intercepted a cocaine shipment seizing approximately 3.3 tons of the substance en route to Accra from the Western region. Acting on intelligence, NIB officers stopped a tipper truck at Peido Junction in Cape Coast and discovered 143 sacks of cocaine concealed beneath sand. Following the seizure, the Sekondi MP has been mentioned in connection with the case. In an interview with Citi News, he denied any involvement and said he would report the matter to the Speaker of Parliament for an official investigation.
I have no knowledge about anything like that. My first time of hearing it is when Honorable Intim Fojo Reverend was making those allegations that things have happened around Sekondi Takoradi and a known PC in the Western region, is part of the deal. Then on the Monday, the Laurea, wherever she is, also made similar allegation by specifically referring to me. The writ is targeting at the one that made the statement, allegations, and then the platform that she was given, and then the producer of that platform. So that is Metro TV and their producer, and then MPP communicator who made those allegations. Unfortunately, we are on recess. I've made up my mind that as soon as House is called back, I am going to put that in front of the Speaker. I'm going to put it to the Speaker for the Speaker to investigate those comments.
He had the Member of Parliament for Sekondi, Ble Nyamike Ama. Now, Imani Africa is welcoming the government's decision to dissolve the National Cathedral Board. This follows an announcement by government spokesperson Felix Kwachiofosu confirming the board's dissolution. The National Cathedral project has been marred by controversy, with critics questioning its utility, propriety and financial transparency. In an interview with Citi News, Imani Africa's Vice President Selom Brantier praised the move, citing concerns over the project's financial implications.
I believe it's a positive development for everybody concerned. The National Cathedral, with the way in which it was conceptualized as well as developed, and the people who were around it might have had initially very good intentions, but I mean, down the line, we have all seen that this was one of the biggest examples of state capture, and so many inappropriate things were done in the name of putting up this cathedral that anybody who is a true Christian might be ashamed of. So for some of us, we believe that as much as religion must be separated from national governance issues, or as much as the government can offer some kind of assistance to religious activity, this National Cathedral and all the expenses that have been associated with it by the government should be curtailed immediately. And the dissolution of that board for us, is for some of us in the space, is very welcome, because it was nothing but a waste of public taxpayers' money.
He had Imani Africa's Vice President Selom Brantier. The Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, has expressed deep concern over the rising costs of goods and services, describing the trend as illogical and unjustified. Chairman of the association, John Awuni, questioned the basis for the persistent price hikes, citing the example of a carton of beer, which he noted has risen from 140 cedis to 210 cedis within a short period. Speaking on the Citi Breakfast Show, the chairman called on the Ministry of Trade to investigate the root causes of the increases and gather reliable data to support effective national economic planning.
as this government has come in, what is the base price they have taken this product from? And over 3 months, what price is it?
So when you say when you say you've been checking this, does it follow any logic?
There's no, for me, it defies logic. If you look at fuel prices, the government has done a couple of things. They have removed, reduced, cancelled VAT on insurance for transport, expect transport fares to drop. Fuel prices have not gone up that much. They have even kind of just more or less plus or minus stable. And yet a tipper truck of sand has increased from 2,700 to 3,000 in the Accra region, and stores has increased from 3,400 to 4,000. What basically, as a Ghanaian, what is the basis of this increase? What basically, for me, it defies logic. I don't really understand. I'm a businessman. I lead a business association. Now, it is important that the Minister of Trade just go down, let the research department gather these figures, and then now begin to know what, as a government, what they can do. That the figures that they turn out as inflation figures are dropping, it reflects what is in the market.
John Awuni also cast doubt on reports of a clinker shortage in cement production, suggesting there may be a tactic to justify future price increases and place additional pressure on consumers.
Generally, the products are not even available. These things that we do, each time we find out that people want to increase prices, then they create a shortage, and then they come back with increased prices.
So you are not buying this clinker issue?
No, please. I'm the president of the Food and Beverage Association, so some of these things we are speaking on national issues, and I just want sometimes I volunteer to speak on these matters because the reason why the previous administration we were also angry and all that was the taxes. We set taxes, and then also prices just went up so much. And then this government has come in less than 3 months. Price of cement has gone from 76 to this, and the reason is that it's clinker. They were agitating for price increases, and then the Honorable Katie Hammond came in with a legislation. And formed in a committee. Now, has the committee now reviewed the basis of this price increases, or they just went in and just increased it anyhow?
That was the chairman of the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, John Awuni. This is still the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. Still to come, family of 16-year-old shot in the eye by her colleague student of the SDA Senior High School in Bantama appeals for financial assistance to save their daughter from going completely blind. We have details of that plus other stories coming up shortly. Please don't go away.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
This Easter, be the light in a child's life. As we gather with family and share meals and beautiful moments this Easter, let us not forget the little ones who have no one, no mother's hug, no father's voice, no warm bowl of food to return to, no pencil to write their dreams with, no exercise book to call their own. They are orphaned, vulnerable, alone. But with your help, we can change that. Support the Easter Orphan Project and give these children some hope to hold on to. Your donation in cash or kind will help provide warm meals, decent clothes, school supplies, and the care every child needs to grow. Because even the simplest things, soap, gari, clean bed sheets, a pair of sandals, these things cost more than many orphanages can bear on their own. How can you help? Send money via mobile money to 0550-900-006 or write a check to the Citi FM Foundation. You could also bring your donation to Citi FM behind the Adabraka Police Station. Visit www.citinewsroom.com or call 0550-900-006 or 0302-226-013 for more information. You can also give milk, sugar, bags of rice, toys, books, detergent, whatever you can share. Get together with your friends, involve your church, spread the word. Because every child deserves more than survival. They deserve love, dignity, and a fighting chance at life. This Easter, let your kindness light up a child's life. Will you be that light? The Easter Orphan Project is powered by 97.3 Citi FM with support from Channel 1 TV.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talent, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
You're welcome back. The Ghana Private Road Transport Union (GPRTU) has welcomed the driver and vehicle licensing authorities' move to lower the commercial driving age limit from 25 to 21. The DVLE announced yesterday that it was considering the adjustment following public concerns that the 25-year-old threshold was too far from the standard 18 years required to obtain a license. Speaking to Citi News, GPRTU's Industrial Relations Officer Abbas Imoro said the proposed 21-year limit strikes a good balance as it ensures drivers are mature and experienced enough to operate safely and responsibly.
Recently, if you attain the age 18, you can obtain driving license, but that is private, not commercial. And you have to use that private for some time before getting onto the commercial driving license. So it's not that, because you have to know the vehicle has to know you. You just can't drive without any experience. For the authorities to allow you to carry 4 or more passengers. So I would say 21 years is not that.
You heard the Industrial Relations Officer of the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Abbas Imoro. The family of 16-year-old Susie Adjoa Pinaman, a student of the 7th-day Adventist Senior High School at Bantama in the Ashanti region, is urgently appealing for financial assistance to prevent her from going completely blind. Susie was struck in the eye by a stray bullet last Friday during an altercation between her classmates over whether a gun in one student's possession was functional. Although recently discharged from the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital, she continues to attend regular medical reviews at the facility. Her mother, Ifia Kone, says her daughter is unable to eat properly and suffers from sleepless nights due to the pain and trauma caused by the incident.
I'll be grateful if someone funds her to seek treatment outside Ghana. My daughter has been traumatized. She constantly cries that she might not be able to see again. I'm pleading with the entire country for help so she can regain her sight. Since the incident, she's been unable to eat properly and suffers from sleepless nights due to pain and trauma.
Yawrade and I'm Ghana for Mumuame na me bay
Efiakone is mother of 16-year-old Susie Adjoa-Penaman, who was struck in the eye by a stray bullet at the SDA Senior High School at Bantama in the Ashanti region. Now, a sub-chief and 2 others have been shot in Moyemere, a community in the Binduri district of the Upper East region, after gunmen stormed the palace and opened fire last night. The chief, Namba Atamburi, and 2 other family members sustained gunshot wounds and were rushed to the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, where one of the victims was later pronounced dead. The Upper East Regional Minister Donatus Akamugri Atanga has called on the Navrongo Bolgatanga Catholic Diocese to support government efforts in restoring peace in Boko. He appealed to the church to use its platforms to promote peace and contribute to resolving the long-standing chieftaincy conflict in the area. The Boko conflict, which resurfaced in October 2024, has resulted in over 80 deaths, including a military officer, and led to the imposition of a dusk to dawn curfew. During a meeting with the Catholic Bishops' Conference, the minister highlighted the church's potential in peace building, citing its strong presence across the Upper East and Northeast regions.
We cannot realize peace if we do not use our religious words. You permeate the society. This conflict is not a conflict in one region. It is more or less inter-regional conflicts, because a part of the members are those who are in the warring factions are between 2 regions, Northeast and then Upper East. And so we are happy that you have a structure that everybody is under you. You have the Upper Easterners who are under you. You have the Northeasterners who are under you. And here's the case that the conflict is more or less between some groupings in these 2 regions. So you stand in a very critical and a very well-positioned posture to be able to help. So I want to use this morning platform to plead that the Catholic Church should use the authority within these 2 regions to see how you can help us to resolve this matter. Those who are in disagreement, they belong. I mean, you cut across all of them. So once you cut across all of them, we will hope that the Catholic Church will put a hand in it. Because when you are talking to people belonging to different groups or the warring factions, they listen to you better than anybody. If it is about we the politicians, they think that you have to take a political capital. So in your comments, you can be saying something genuinely, but one can misinterpret. But when it comes to people like you, they accept it in good faith. So we want to call on you to help us to resolve that conflict there.
Donatus Akamugri Atanga is the Upper East Regional Minister. Meanwhile, the Savannah Regional Police Command has arrested 1 person in connection with the robbery and murder of a mobile money vendor and another individual at Polugu in the Upper East region. The suspect, along with other accomplices, allegedly shot and killed Benjamin Apuri, a mobile money vendor, on Monday, March 3, 2025, and fled with unspecified amount of money. According to the commander, COP Samuel Alfred Winful, the arrest was made through an intelligence-led operation. The suspect was apprehended at his hideout in Mankarigo in the Savannah region. The suspect is currently in the custody of the Savannah Regional Police Command and will be transferred to the Upper East Regional Police Command to face prosecution. Now, Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amoakohene has urged newly confirmed Kumasi Mayor Richard Ofori Ajumanboidi to focus on decongesting the city, improving sanitation and resolving issues at the KJTM market. He noted these challenges are affecting development in the metropolis. The mayor was confirmed after 55 out of 56 assembly members voted in favor of his nomination. Dr. Frank Amoakohene assured that the Regional Coordinating Council will support efforts to address residents' concerns.
Definitely here to implement the vision of the President so far as the Metropolitan Assembly is concerned. So we thank the Honorable Assembly members for such an emphatic confirmation, and they also consider the agencies so far as the KMA issues and then the doing PZ fire issues are concerned. This is the first of the confirmations we are doing, and we are hoping that we will have a seamless confirmation process across the region. There's a lot of work to be done.
You heard Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amoakohene. Now, the NDC Constituency Executive in Asin North have welcomed the Accra High Court decision to acquit and discharge James Jachikwesin over 3 years of legal proceedings. They described the ruling as confirmation of their long-held belief that the case was politically motivated. Speaking to Citi News, Assin North NDC constituency chairman Felix Benefo expressed joy over the outcome.
Since they started the case, for me as constituency chairman, I know it was a political decision. It won't get to anywhere. So it's like we were expecting it for a long time, and it happened yesterday, so we are happy. It's just that it has wasted our time.
Felix Benefo is the Assin North NDC constituency chairman, ending today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra.